How's it going, everybody? My name is Warner Fields with Fields of Profit. I'm a 6-figure Amazon seller and full-time student, and this video is going to be way different from the normal format for you guys. I actually had the opportunity recently, I think it was yesterday, to go ahead and clean out an estate sale early through one of my connections that I've made with as a local business. At the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you how you, if you're still thrifting and selling books and that kind of stuff, or you just want an access to great cheap merchandise, I'll be showing you how I personally make connections in my local community to get these early access like this to a future estate sale. So I actually had the opportunity to go in and buy his used books, his electronics, that kind of stuff. It's a great hustle. Bought some awesome cool stuff in this video. I'll be showing you all the profit breakdowns and everything like that. Before we jump in, if you are not already a member of our free Amazon seller Discord, that's going to be linked down below in the description. It's totally free. We talk about ungating, sourcing questions, all kinds of great information in there. I would love to see you in there. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, I think we're here at the house now. I'm excited to see what we've got. The guy said he's got tons of like older nonfiction stuff. He used to be a professor with horticulture, so we'll see if he got anything. Let's dive into it and see what we got.
And you know, this is
Oh yeah, there's a couple things in here that are kind of cool.
This is from the Gilcrease Old Paul. This is from Crystal Bridges with their state-of-the-art deal. And it's kind of a unique art book.
Yeah, I'll poke around and see what I find. Let you know if you got anything cool. Oh, yes, there's this box too.
Well,
Is this just like fiction and stuff in here?
and probably more so than not. Well, this one's not.
Yeah. Looks like a lot of your stuff isn't aging very well. So far it had mostly been junk, but I did see this one book here that was going for 80 bucks new, so I should be selling it for 60. I found a couple that are a little interesting in here. I'd probably be able to take most of these off your hands for you, just to get them out of here. But
Well, if you can do that, that'd be great. I'm gonna put this in my book box down here because that's what I read about Tony Hillerman.
I'll stick out to you. So after that, we headed up to his office to see what he had up there. He had these receivers here, which I thought would be interesting. We'll check those out later. But then he also had some books down here. Most of it looked pretty old. I did scan this one because it looked kind of interesting, but it didn't end up being worth anything at all. A lot of these were older books, so not really much to talk about. So there wasn't much. I did find a couple horticulture books in here. This one ended up being pretty decent. It was 2.8 million ranked, so not great, but it was selling for $61. He also had some of these retro film cameras here, like the ones you got to pop the actual film rolls into. I haven't sold much of these in the past, but I knew that there was probably some value in here, so I started looking them up on eBay. A lot of them were worth between $50 to $60, so I was definitely interested in seeing what he wanted for these. Are you interested in selling your camera stuff?
Yeah, it's all going.
Cool.
And
Trying to figure out what this is.
so, you know, well, I've got an auctioneer that is going to come in and take everything that remains.
Yeah. So after I knew he was interested in selling this camera stuff, I started looking up some comps on eBay. This one specific model here, I saw comps for upwards of $115. I think it had the lens though, so we'll see what I can get with just the body. So I can do 10 per camera on your film ones, and then 5 on the digitals, if that works.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
That'd be fine.
So he also had these receivers in here that I was interested in checking out. If you don't already know about these, a bunch of these old receivers, VHS players, can be good. This one was going for between 80 to 60. See here on the eBay comps there. So that one was definitely a nice pickup. I was hoping to get probably $10 to $15 to pay for this one. There was also some other stuff to check out on the shelf here. He had these cassette tapes here. If you don't know about these cassette tapes, I would recommend looking these up, especially if they're shrink wrapped. This one specifically ended up being $19. There was also another smaller receiver here. I saw comps for 60 plus shipping, 50 plus shipping, so I should be able to get around 70 bucks free shipping, 80 bucks free shipping, something like that. So I ended up grabbing a couple books out of this room, not much besides that. If you sell books on Amazon, I'm sure you look at this room and know that there's probably nothing else in this room. It's all old, nothing really noteworthy, so I went ahead and checked the next room. Same story in here. There were some interesting titles and stuff, but nothing ended up being worth anything. No profitable niches or anything in here. And then after that, he tried to sell me some of these postcards.
Some of these are new, some of them are old, some of them are written on, some of them aren't.
I'm
Some
probably
of them
not your
are-
guy on that one.
Some of them
but
are Arkansas, some of them
Yeah.
aren't.
Those are cool. I'm probably not your guy on
Okay.
that, but those are
Okay.
cool.
That's okay.
So I also saw another pile of books over here. These looked a little newer, so I was interested in checking these out for sure. This one didn't end up worth being much, but there was this more Arkansas-based local book. A lot of these end up being profitable, these local books. They also have that feel on the cover that's kind of sticky. If you sell books, you know what I'm talking about. Those end up being good a lot of times. This one was worth $10 profit, actually. There wasn't really much of interest besides that one. I did see this one. This is something I've sold in the past for like 20, 25 bucks. The price has gone down pretty significantly on this one though, so I did have to pass. And then after that, I was pretty much getting tired, ready to head out, so I told him I was going to pay him for the stuff that I had found. But this right here, I'm giving you 20 for these, 70 for this box of cameras, and then another 25 for these books.
Okay,
And the rest of it I'll grab as much as I can from you.
okay.
So that goes to 115. Does that sound good?
That sounds fine.
Perfect. Altogether, not a bad little pickup. Let's go ahead and break down the profit on these items. Here's what we got. So a lot of these books are definitely slower sellers in here. We'll just go ahead and see what we got. So we're looking at $10 in profit. We've got, let's see, 16 in profit. This one was like a conspiracy book of some kind. That one we're looking at, so this one's like a 1.3 million rank, but it's an $11 profit, so I thought that one was worth it. This one was kind of interesting. This one only has new copies. It's 2 million rank, so it's definitely gonna sell on the slower side, but it is selling for $80. If you can see that there, probably not. But it is selling for $80 new, so I could probably sell it for 60 or so used. We'll have to check out the Kiva and stuff on that, obviously, but that'll probably be $30 profit. So we're up to, we'll call it 65 right now. We got this one. This one was a decent find. This one's 3 million rank, so it could maybe not be actually that profitable. But the gross profit on this one right now says it's $40, so I'll call it $30 profit to be conservative. So now we're looking at $95 in profit. Then we've got this one here we're gonna net $44 on it, a decently high rank on this one as well. And then there's a big old art book in here that we're gonna make about 10 on. So between all these books and everything, we're looking at probably $120 conservatively in profit. And then we also have this big box of cameras down here. I don't know if you can see that. A lot of them were kind of vintage, like older film cameras and stuff. Most of these were worth $50 or so, $50 to $60 on eBay. So this is gonna be a little bit more work than I usually like to do, because I'm gonna have to list them all individually and that kind of stuff. So this one's not the best. I think I paid $10 for all the film cameras just because I didn't want to look all of them up, but a bunch of these were pretty decent. This looks like it's also kind of fraying a little bit there. It's not in the best condition. I saw solds on that one for 30 bucks, so that one's not the greatest. An older, like nicer looking one, Pentax ZXM. So we're gonna see what we got here. Looks like with the lens, like we have here, it looks like I see comps for 50 bucks. So this is probably $20 in profit after shipping and everything. Then we also have this one here with this big giant lens. So I'm not sure if this lens is worth separating and selling by itself, or if it goes with the camera. So I'll go ahead and look these up real quick too. So this camera body, this Nikon N2000, I see comps on eBay for 40 to 50 bucks. So we should turn probably $15 profit there. So that brings our cameras up to probably $55 in profit. The lens isn't anything special. I do see one sold for 20, but I'll probably just leave it together to make this camera sell even faster. There's also this Pentax K1000. I think this brand must be pretty nice for those older film cameras and stuff like this, because this one I see sold for This one I see sold for 120. So this one could have been a really good pickup, honestly. It looks like maybe body only is 50 to 100. So it kind of varies. So I'm gonna say conservatively $30 profit on this one. We've also got, oh, it's another one of these Nikon 2000s. Yeah, so that could be an awesome pickup. We'll call this another 50. So we'll put our total profit up to $100 on the cameras. This little cassette set is selling for $19 on Amazon, used like new. I don't want to get in trouble for not having an invoice and stuff on media products. So I'll probably be netting about $10 on this one. And then this little cassette guy, let me see if I can find the singles on Amazon. I'm gonna go ahead and just search the barcode on the back here. And we're looking at, let's see, about 10 bucks, I think. So it's on for $12. So after fees and everything, we're looking at a $7 profit on that one. So that was not bad at all. How's it going? Me from the future again. So altogether, this profit ended up being around $250 to $300 after our buy cost and everything like that. I was there for probably an hour. It's going to take at least another hour or so to get everything listed. So it's definitely not a great hourly, not the hourly that I'm certainly used to, but I kind of wanted to demonstrate what's possible if you make those local connections. I told you I'd be telling you how to make those connections. So here it is. You're going to create a local business, market yourself as someone who buys books, or market yourself as someone who buys electronics. Go to local networking meetings. This is what I did for probably a year and a half. I don't do this anymore because I'm trying to honestly get a little bit out of the book game. It's just difficult to spend money fast enough there. But if you're in the book game, I think that's a super useful pro tip for you guys. Kind of create a business around buying books. Make connections with estate salesmen. This is how I got this connection in this video. This was an estate saleswoman. She goes through clients' houses, and it's basically her job to liquidate everything they have left. And so I am able to go in and have early access. She knows that I buy books, so if any of her clients have a lot of books, she ends up calling me. So that's how I made this connection. You can also talk with local thrift stores and stuff like that. I'm sure if you're heavy in the book game, you've probably gotten a little bit into that, but I hope that's a useful tip for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. If you could hit that subscribe button, hopefully I've helped out your business in this video. If you could help out mine and hit that button, I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to drop any questions you have down below and join our completely free Discord. I'd love to see you in there. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.